You're a fighter. Weak. One thing that never survives this place. A superhero.
In your stack, especially in the back, brother, wanna...
Wait! Down! Set free! I won't be the one in... He wore the brown pants.
The film begins with Deadpool getting into a taxi to carry out the biggest mission of his life while feeling lonely. He moves from the back seat to sit beside the Indian driver, Dopinder. During their conversation, Dopinder talks about Geeta, the woman he deeply loves. He says she would have been the perfect wife if his cousin Bandhu had not stolen her heart. Hearing this, Deadpool, who has just suffered a major heartbreak, advises Dopinder to seize love with all his strength and never let it go. When asked why he is wearing a red suit, the anti-hero explains that he is hunting bad guys. He has waited 1 year, 3 weeks, 6 days, and 14 minutes for Ajax, a sadistic and cruel scientist, to fix the damage he caused to his face. Meanwhile, Ajax is making deals with military leaders and selling the mutants created in his laboratory as weapons of war. After the deal is completed, Ajax and his men leave. Deadpool nearly reaches his destination when he realizes he forgot his ammunition pouch. He has only 12 bullets in his pistol. After saying goodbye to Dopinder, he patiently waits for the right moment to attack his target while sitting on the edge of a suspension bridge. When the criminals approach, Deadpool springs into action. He breaks into one of the vehicles and kills everyone inside. He uses the bodies of his enemies to knock down approaching bikers, causing a massive traffic accident. While trying to strangle one of the smugglers, another vehicle full of armed men approaches. Deadpool uses his feet to press the gas pedal, causing the car to overturn. Heads are severed and bodies are thrown onto the road. Footage of the accident is broadcast on the news. When the reporter mentions a man in a red suit, Colossus immediately realizes Deadpool is responsible. He abandons his breakfast and calls Negasonic to join him at the scene. Seeing armed men taking over the road, drivers abandon their vehicles and flee. The road becomes blocked. Ajax and his men surround the car where Deadpool is hiding. With only 12 bullets, Deadpool uses them strategically while counting down. Suddenly, a skilled biker appears and shoots Deadpool. His body regenerates, but the attacker manages to escape. Only 7 bullets remain. To avoid missing his shots, Deadpool runs between cars for cover. He fires at every enemy he encounters and causes a large explosion by shooting a grenade. When he pauses to celebrate his victory, one of the enemies machine guns him from behind. Believing Deadpool is dead, the man approaches, only to be shot in the head. However, one opponent turns out to be a mutant and survives the headshot. Deadpool is forced to use his swords to cut the enemy in half. To understand how the story reached this point, it is necessary to look back 2 years earlier, before Deadpool was shot in the buttocks. Wade Wilson, Deadpool's real name, orders a pizza delivered to Gavin Merchant's address. He is hired by Megan Orlovsky to intimidate Jeremy, a pizza delivery man who also works as a stalker. Wade warns Jeremy to stay away from Megan and threatens to tear off one of his limbs if he comes near her again. After resolving the situation, Wade meets Megan and tells her the man will no longer bother her. Relieved, Megan hugs him and calls him her hero. Displeased by the comparison to good heroes, Wade leaves and says he will never be a superhero. He considers himself just a bad guy who gets paid to beat up worse guys. After work, Wade goes for a drink at Sister Margaret's bar, where Weasel works. As soon as he arrives, chaos breaks out and a fight starts. Someone gets punched and falls unconscious. Weasel checks if the man is still breathing. When he confirms the man is alive, everyone is disappointed and goes back to drinking as if nothing happened. A few minutes later, Vanessa approaches Wade and asks what he could get for $275. Vanessa says that for that price they can do anything Wade wants for 48 minutes. Wade chooses an amusement park. They spend the time playing games and having fun. When it ends, they decide to keep seeing each other and stay together. At Christmas, Wade proposes to Vanessa, and they take a photo as a keepsake. Minutes later, Wade suddenly collapses, and Vanessa rushes him to the hospital. Tests reveal cancer in his liver, lungs, prostate, and brain. Vanessa stays strong and speaks with the doctor about possible treatments. Wade watches her closely, as if memorizing her face. Back in the present, Deadpool continues hunting Ajax and chases a mysterious biker. After knocking him down with several kicks, the man removes his helmet. Realizing this is his target, Deadpool drives his sword into the scientist's shoulder. Near death, Ajax does not understand the attack because he cannot recognize the man behind the mask. Wade then reveals who he is. Just as Wade is about to crush Ajax's head, Colossus appears and interrupts. Deadpool is thrown aside and recalls the days after his diagnosis. A few days after the results, Wade prepares for hospitalization. He avoids staying home because he does not want Vanessa pulled into his suffering. He wants her to keep good memories. Before being admitted, Wade visits his usual bar to say goodbye to Weasel. During their talk, Weasel gives him a card and points out a man at the next table. With nothing left to lose, Wade meets him. The man, Agent Smith, reveals he is a recruiter and claims his organization can cure Wade's cancer and grant him special abilities. Suspicious that everything is a lie, Wade decides to leave. That night, however, Agent Smith's words haunt him. He believes Vanessa should not suffer through his death, so Wade finally chooses to take his only chance at a cure. After throwing Deadpool aside and saving Ajax's life, Colossus again tries to persuade him to join the X-Men. Wade makes it clear he will never be part of the Good Guys Club. He tries to push Colossus away so he can finish his revenge, but during their argument Ajax escapes. When Deadpool realizes the only man who can fix his face is gone, he attacks Colossus in rage. Deadpool's punches have no effect on Colossus. Instead, Wade gets hurt. A single blow breaks his hands and ankles. Colossus handcuffs him and plans to take him to Professor X. Wade cuts his own hand to escape, jumps onto a passing truck, and crashes into a pile of garbage. Deadpool reflects on the choice that led him here. Everything changed when he agreed to the experiment, hoping for a long life with Vanessa. Inside the lab, he immediately knows it was a mistake. He is strapped down and meets Dr. Ajax, who explains the process will cause extreme pain. If Wade survives, he will become a weapon. Ajax injects a serum to activate Wade's mutant gene. The mutation only triggers under extreme stress. Each subject develops different abilities. Angel gains super strength, while Ajax gains enhanced reflexes and loses the ability to feel pain. For weeks, Wade endures brutal torture. Since his mutation does not appear, the pain intensifies. The process continues until he mutates or dies. Despite everything, Wade keeps his sense of humor and befriends another prisoner, David Cunningham. As a last attempt, Ajax places Wade in an oxygen chamber, repeatedly lowering and raising oxygen levels. Wade realizes the lab creates controllable super soldiers sold as products. After days near death, his mutation finally manifests. His cancer fades, but his body becomes horribly scarred. Before returning to the chamber, Wade disables the guard, ignites a match, and causes an explosion that destroys most of the lab. Ajax confronts him, claiming he alone can fix Wade's face. When Wade hesitates, Ajax defeats him and pierces his heart. Wade sees David about to be burned alive before losing consciousness. Hours later, Wade wakes up healed. The next day, he follows Vanessa but cannot bring himself to reveal the truth. He decides to find Ajax first and force him to fix his face. With Weasel's advice, he creates a red suit to hide blood and adopts the name Deadpool. Over months, Wade hunts Ajax's men. Eventually, he captures the recruiter who led him to the lab and learns Ajax's location. He meets Dopinder, and the hunt continues. After a failed attempt, Wade returns home, where he lives with a blind woman named Al. Later, Ajax learns Deadpool's identity and begins planning his move. That night, Al encourages Wade to find Vanessa, but he refuses, believing she will reject him. Meanwhile, Ajax and Angel interrogate Weasel at Sister Margaret's bar. Weasel claims he has never heard of Wade Wilson. Angel finds a photo of Wade and Vanessa that Wade left as a keepsake before his hospitalization. She grabs the bartender by the neck, but Ajax orders her to release him when the patrons aim their guns at them. Once the pair leave, Weasel immediately calls Wade and warns him that Vanessa is in danger. Panicked, Wade rushes to the nightclub where Vanessa works and searches for her. When he sees her, he approaches slowly but hides before she notices him, still afraid of how she might react. Wade runs to the bathroom and splashes water on his face to gather courage. He steps out just as an employee tells Vanessa that someone outside wants to speak with her about an old boyfriend. Vanessa goes outside and sees a hooded man in the darkness. She assumes it is Wade, but Ajax suddenly appears. Angel captures Vanessa before she can escape. Unable to find her, Wade questions Weasel, who says Vanessa left through the back door. Outside, Wade finds a gift from Ajax and realizes Vanessa has been kidnapped. They return home, and Wade releases his anger by destroying the place. Soon after, Ajax sends a message from Vanessa's phone and challenges Wade to meet him at the junkyard at noon. Deadpool gathers every weapon he owns and packs them into a bag, knowing the fight will be brutal. Before leaving, he tells the old woman he loves her and thanks her for taking him in. At a disadvantage, Deadpool goes to the X-Men mansion and asks Colossus and Negasonic for help, blaming them for letting Ajax escape again. Dopinder is also called to drive them to the junkyard. During the ride, Wade asks if Dopinder won Gita's heart. Dopinder says he tried, but his cousin Bandu is more skilled and handsome, so he felt forced to kidnap him. Bandu is revealed to be locked in the trunk. Deadpool feels proud but lectures Dopinder to look better in front of Colossus, who hears everything from the back seat. When they arrive, Dopinder says goodbye and the trio get out of the car. As they walk toward Ajax's hideout, Wade realizes he forgot his gun bag in the cab. It is almost noon and Dopinder is already gone. Deadpool decides to face his enemy the old-fashioned way, using only his two swords. Suddenly, dozens of armed soldiers surround them, and Angel appears to stop them from crossing the area. Her mission is to eliminate Deadpool, but Colossus steps forward to confront her so Wade can focus on saving Vanessa. Colossus is knocked down with a single punch, forcing Negasonic to intervene. She runs at Angel and throws her aside. Angel then orders the soldiers to open fire. Colossus hurls a truck tire to knock them out. While Colossus and Angel clash, Deadpool and Negasonic take cover behind a pile of rubble to avoid the bullets. Wade even tears off his underwear to use as a white flag. When the shooting stops, he says he will spare them if they drop their weapons. The plan fails, and the soldiers open fire again. Deadpool has no choice but to attack. Meanwhile, Colossus and Angel keep arguing over who is stronger. Negasonic helps Deadpool reach the second floor of the junkyard, where Ajax is holding Vanessa. Using her powers, she launches Deadpool upward along with a metal plate. When Wade finally faces his enemy again, he sees Vanessa trapped inside an oxygen chamber and promises to save her. When Vanessa realizes the masked man is her former fiancé, she is furious. Ajax cuts off the oxygen supply and attacks Deadpool with two axes. They exchange blows. Wade throws one of his swords into the chamber to allow outside air to enter. Now left with only one sword, he is at a disadvantage. Ajax destroys his remaining blade, forcing Deadpool to fight unarmed. At the same time, Colossus continues to be beaten by Angel, who chokes him with a metal cable. With the help of the sword, Vanessa manages to free herself from the restraints inside the chamber. Deadpool and Ajax continue fighting. Ajax pulls a small knife hidden in Wade's suit and stabs him in the head, then keeps punching his face. Vanessa escapes and stabs Ajax in the back. With his brain injured, Wade can barely stand or think. Seeing Vanessa on the ground, he hallucinates small cartoon creatures around her. Ajax gets up and attacks Vanessa again. To save Colossus, Negasonic releases the full force of her powers, causing a massive explosion that destroys the area. Deadpool recovers and attacks Ajax while shielding Vanessa from falling containers. As the second floor collapses and they slide downward, Wade places Vanessa inside an oxygen chamber to protect her. As everything falls apart, Colossus grabs both girls and runs. The structure collapses, burying the chamber under debris. Minutes later, Vanessa is rescued almost unharmed. Wade appears soon after. Just as he believes the fight is over, Ajax attacks again. They roll out of the rubble, and Deadpool breaks both of Ajax's arms. He demands that Ajax fix his face. Ajax laughs and says there is no cure, forcing Wade to live with his appearance forever. Hearing this, Deadpool takes the small pistol Al gave him and aims at Ajax's head. Colossus arrives and tries to talk him into doing the right thing. While Colossus gives a speech about being a hero, Deadpool pulls the trigger and ends it. After vomiting his breakfast, Colossus and Negasonic watch as Wade explains everything to Vanessa. Angry over being abandoned, Vanessa punches him several times. After releasing her anger, Wade apologizes for leaving and never coming back. He admits he was afraid because he is no longer the man she remembers. Vanessa removes the first mask and sees a face like Wolverine's. When the second mask comes off, she is shocked but says that with time and a few drinks, she will still kiss him. The mutants are surprised. Wade sends them back to the Xavier mansion. Before leaving, Colossus says he will one day recruit Wade into the X-Men. Vanessa quickly accepts Wade's new look, kisses him, and with that the story ends here. Deadpool shows that love can give someone the strength to survive pain and keep fighting when everything feels broken. The movie also teaches that being different does not erase your worth or your right to be loved. In the end, honesty and loyalty matter more than looking perfect or following the rules of a typical hero.